I'm out here today with Smith Wesson Model 7, otherwise known as the Tactical Tanto. All right, it's SW7, the item number. And I'm not going to baton wood with it. I'm not going to do chopping because this type of, well, you know, this is meant to save your butt in a situation that, you know, probably should never happen. With a blade like this, it's really all about the handle shape and the blade shape. The steel, it's a cheaper steel, right? But you know, any steel is harder than an enemy combatant, let's say. Oh, sorry about that noise. Like I said, with something like this, it's going to be all about the blade shape. What do I think of this particular shape? It's effective. Very strong piercing ability. It's kind of if you wanted a dagger, but maybe you can't have one, or you just don't like that back edge ever pointing at you. It has just the same amount of piercing ability as your better daggers. The handle gives you a firm grip. It is a rubberized handle. You see it has a guard and sub hilt, but the handle, ergonomics of the handle, very nice, very nice. Gives you a strong grip. It has a thumb ramp there. Close up. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, Smith & Wesson, it's a firearms company. Smith & Wesson blades are distributed by Taylor Brands. Taylor Brands also owns Schrade. So if you're wondering about the general quality level of Smith & Wesson cutlery, it's around the same quality level as Schrade, which is very nice, very good quality for the price. The price is quite reasonable. And you know, with the Smith & Wesson brand on this, a lot of people buy Smith & Wesson knives to complement a firearm. It is what it is. Maybe security guards, military, veterans, maybe just a firearms owner, martial artist, you name it. But they make no bones that these are tactical knives. In other words, primarily meant to defend your life. And here is the sheath it comes with. Slight rattle. You see, this is the sheath. All right, blade length on this about 5.5 inches. And your probably your most popular competitor to this in the same you know, budget price range in Tanto is the venerable, you know, classic cold steel Coban Tanto. There are many ways to do a Tanto. I like both of these renditions of a Tanto. You know, the Coban is curved ever so slightly, nice for slicing. The Smith & Wesson knife is more designed almost wholly for the piercing. The sub tip is more pronounced on the Coban. That's because they want to give you some snap cut capability as well. You could still snap cut with the Smith & Wesson, but the sub tip is much less pronounced, which makes it you know, more piercing but less able to snap cut. But two equally valid design philosophies. My overall opinion on this Smith & Wesson Tactical Tanto, well, it's good for its purpose. You know, I'm not going to BS you. It's a single purpose design. It's not for everyone. But if you do need this, if you're looking for a mid-sized fighting fixed blade, something with the piercing of a dagger but not the other baggage of a dagger, you know, it's good to be able to get your other hand behind close to the spine for various reasons. You know, knife usage, it's not like fencing. You're not going to just use one hand. You got to get both hands into play, or else you're the one-armed man out there, and you don't want that. So there are a lot of benefits to not having a back edge pointing towards you. But in conclusion, reasonable price, great blade shape, great handle shape. Basically, if you do your part, this blade will do its part. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. Stay tuned for many more videos. I'm out.